Okay, a video on the multiple oils that people believe they can use on a multi-pump, and of course in this case the 880. And we're going to start the process of elimination on two different levels. So let's start with obviously the one everybody knows as far as a great firearm oil, and that's brake free. So I'm actually going to say a lot of good things about brake free. Okay, so first of all, we have to eliminate it right away for your Daisy because it has solvents. Now it doesn't say that, it's a CLP, so you see that on there. So CLP is clean, lubricate, protect, and it's been around for a long time. But the problem with that is that it's great for firearms. It basically, they say it's a fantastic firearm cleaner for getting the powder fouling out and everything like that. As far as a lubricant, some people don't think it's that great. I would actually, again, jump to its defense as a lubricant. It did a great job on a sliding glass door when I cleaned it off and I rubbed off the lubricant by accident. And I tried silicone. That was no good. I tried the 3-in-1 right here. That didn't hold up very well. And I put this on there and it went for like 2 years. So a combination of I would say, excellent solvents and the lubricant, it just made that really slick. And my sliding glass door didn't squeak again for like 2 years. And then I put a little bit on it because I thought I heard a squeak. But no, this is out for your 880 because of very severe solvents. It's not for O-rings. And BrakeFree's never said this is air gun rated. It's not on PRYAMYD Air for a reason. And so this is out, even though it is a great product and is great for firearms. So, and then we go to the next one, which a lot of people consider the Air parent to BrakeFree, and they like it better. For a couple different reasons. It doesn't have any severe solvents in it. This is air gun rated by PRYAMYD Air, but I went the extra mile and I contacted Shooter's Choice because that's who makes this. So just so you know that Shooter's Choice, those are the folks that make this. So then I contacted them and they showed a lot of integrity. They could have lied. They could have ducked the question. I asked them, can you use that on O-rings? This is a general question, black rubber O-rings. And they said, no, it's not engineered for that. And there's other oils you can use that are engineered for O-rings. So I really give FB10 a lot of points, or that is the Shooter's Choice, a lot of points and the reps for that. But they said, no, use another oil for your O-rings. So I tested this in other ways, and it looked good, but they said, no, don't use that. So we have to eliminate this as a lubricant in your 880. So that's out. So that now we start narrowing it down. So as far as WD-40, I've been getting guys on here saying stuff to me about, that they've used it on the Red Ryder and all that to good effect. And that's not wrong. Okay, let me explain something. The Red Ryder has a lot less touchy power plant than the 880. So that is not something that, it's hard to really compare those two because of the difference in power plant. So when we talk about the 880, we need to get out parts like this tube. Okay, so this is the modern tube. The old one used to be brass. Okay, so with this tube, we have an O-ring in front on your pump head, and then O-ring in back connected to the body of your gun, and then a chamber seal in here, which checks the air so you can have a multi-pump. When you pump your gun, it goes past the chamber seal, and then it has lips that capture the air. So 2 O-rings, and then a chamber seal that capture your air, so you have a multi-pump. So it's a very tight environment, obviously. And the thing about WD-40, a gentleman was adamant that he used that for many, I think he said tens of thousands of shots on his Red Ryder, and you know what? Okay, I can go along with that. It worked on his Red Ryder. It's less touchy. There's a lot of air flowing back, and okay, but on the 880, absolutely not. There's plenty of data, including by one of the premier experts on air guns, and I'm going to quote him in depth in the comments. So please read that. That's word for word from his vast experience trying to use WD-40 on guns. So great for other stuff. Not a bash on WD-40. Could you get away with it in a Red Ryder? Fine, but not in the 880, not on O-rings, no way. So that's out. Okay, so now we're starting to narrow down the field. Now, for full disclosure, I am definitely part of the 30-weight faction. People are very factional. It's just not religion. I've seen that on my channel. Some people use mail order, some people don't want to. So I'm definitely part of the 30-weight faction. How cheap, affordable it is, and how good of a job it does. Okay, so now we're going to get into what matters. Why are we narrowing this down? Okay, the containing, and what would you say? I would say keeping your point of impact. The 30 weight crowd believes that this product does a better job of lasting longer and keeping your power and point of impact consistent longer with all the work you put on a multi-pump. So I believe that. I've seen it last a long time, and so I'm going with that. Now, as far as the 3-in-1, and let's see, we have 3-in-1 and Ballistol. These are interesting cats right here, because this is great, and I have had really good success on using on the woodwork on my Red Ryder and my Buck and my 25. Beautiful on woodwork. All right, now the 3-in-1, you know, it's one of these products where it wants to do all these different things and doesn't really do any of them really well. Not that one. They do have a 20-weight motor oil that may work, but it's got other additives that I don't know what the heck's in that compared to just pure oil. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. Okay, this is an O-ring that I soaked in Ballistol for a week. And I want to make it clear, like Break-Free, Ballistol is a very old school since World War I CLP, clean, lubricate, and protect. So it actually is a mineral oil and it's got a mild cleaner made from alcohols in it. So alcohols and a mineral oil. Now, I'm not going to get into this discussion because there's OEM people and people who use O-rings from the store for their air guns. I'm just going to say I know it works because my Grizzly that's 2 years old with store O-rings strictly as an experiment is still going strong. So, but I don't want to get into that. So people get all bent out of shape about that. So I believe this is made out of Buna N. Danco, just talking about what Danco says about their product. It can stand up to harsh chemicals, which is nothing on this table except for that Break-Free because of the solvents. And I soaked this in Ballistol for a week, and it look okay. So look, I can still do a figure 8 with that. Let me close in so you can get a look at it. And so this would be, this is another size O-ring. I don't think this is actually an air gun size, but it's a nice big O-ring everybody can look at. Now, I've seen damaged seals, like number 11s and ones that number 13s that fit in your Grizzly, that when you do that, they don't snap back like that. So even after a week, Ballistol showed their integrity. They said if your rubber is mineral oil resistance, their oil will just protect it and shine it up, and that's exactly what it did. So that, you would say, okay, so you could use Ballistol on your 880. Now we're going to get more intense. No, don't use Ballistol on your 880 either. And so now we're going to get into why would you not use Ballistol in your 880. Okay, there's a 3-in-1. Okay, so we're starting to narrow it down. Okay, so here is Ballistol and 3-in-1 oil. Now it's kind of sloppy, but the main thing is just watch how fast it runs. This is not designed to be a race. It's just I wanted to show you how fast it runs. So okay, so you see that ran pretty fast compared to the other oils I'm going to show later on. It really ran fast. And so the reason I bring that up, and partly a visual demonstration, is to make the point that it's not thick enough. The 30 weight crowd, which I'm an ambassador for here, would say, oh, well, those oils aren't thick enough. They're not going to hold up. They're not going to maintain your point of impact. You're not going to maintain your pressure in your gun. So meaning you have to oil more at the very minimum. And I'm not a big proponent of having to always oil. So that eliminates that. And a 3-in-1 also because it's just too thin. And it did not do a good job on a sliding glass door compared to the Break-Free. So it's too thin. And I know that does matter. Okay. The door especially was a great comparison with thin oils compared to thick oils. Okay. So now we're down to 30 weight Pellgunoil and RWS chamber oil. Okay, now depending who you talk to, this is 20 weight or 30 weight engine oil with seal protectant in it. Depends who you talk to and what they feel is in it. I've been told it was 20 weight with a seal protectant in it. Okay, and then 30 weight and then Pellgunoil. Or I'm sorry, RWS chamber oil. Okay, so now let's look at that. Now this is going to be a little more interesting. These are thicker oils than all winners in your 880. So let's take a look and watch this. Okay, the pink one is Pellgunoil. There's your 30 weight rolling down there, and there is your silicone rolling down there. Now look at how slowly these move compared to the Ballistol and the 3-in-1 in particular. Look at them just taking their sweet time, and I don't want to use up too much time watching this. And it's fascinating because I want to point out something, and I've done this a few times, same results. The 30 weight is actually a little bit thinner, it looks like, than whatever is in the Pellgunoil, and the silicone is taking a steer sweet time. So it's definitely thick enough to use. And I was using silicone, this one, in my 880 because I was using it in a HWR9, but then the 30 weight crowd convinced me that it wouldn't hold up. That's not going to hold up. It's just not thick enough. Well, I actually do believe I could have kept using it. And this is air gun rated, obviously, and PRYAMYD Air says it won't harm any power plant. Okay. So those are your three choices, and all three of those are winners as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, air gun rated by Crosman, air gun rated by RWS. But I'm just going to stick with the 30 weight. But any three of those are a winner in your 880 and will not harm anything. All right, thank you.